So, just as everything around this world, you expect the unexpected, the unimaginable, sometimes even the unfathomable. The beast followed up with a wall of blaze that scorched the earth, and left at least 2 of the crimson blades with crimson scars to match. I think that was when the captain really started to understand what she had in this island, and what it will take to tame it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first entry of Dauntless lore. This is the Luck of the Draw. After tracking the readings for more than a week, we discovered the source of the signals that sent the etherometers into DZ. What we had thought must be a cluster of islands magnifying the readings turned out to be just one. A tiny island at that, but wrapped around a core of what had to be the most concentrated aconites any man jack of us had ever seen. It was fortunate the captain chose to send along a few of those Crimson Blade mercenaries with the landing party. She may go by Lady Luck, but our captain knows the best kind of fortune is the one you make for yourself, and she wasn't taking any chances either. And so we were ready for the beast when it emerged. Emerged from where? I still cannot say. One minute the landing zone was clear, the next we find ourselves face to face with an incarnation of incarnate death I'd only seen or read about in stories. A shroud. The mercs scoffed. They faced many shrouds before, they claimed. But then the winged nightmare screeched its hellish roar and unleashed a blast of ether that no one expected. The first one went down wailing while the other mercs reassessed the situation. They readied themselves for another wave of force and the expected umbral horrors of the shroud and began to rally. Then the beast followed up with a wall of blaze that scorched the entire landing zone and left at least 2 of the crimson blades with crimson scars to match. I think that was when the captain really started to understand what she had on this island and what it would take to tame it. In this world of Dauntless, ether, in just a matter of anything you can find, is quite valuable. Ether stones, shards, if it exists and can be farmed, hunters are bound to find a use for it, and the biggest prize of it all lies in the maelstrom. This is where the rarest and most precious and valuable cores and materials can be found. You could say the heart of the storm holds the most treasures, but it is also where the most ferocious of all behemoths exist. For the greatest of risk, the reward is boundless for some. Unlike the Ramsguard and commanders in Ramsgate, the elegant Lady Luck sees this as a business instead of defense. She believes the graver the danger, the greater the reward. Darling, if the behemoth doesn't make you bleed, is it even worth killing? If it doesn't make you sweat, is it really rare? If a hunt doesn't bring you close to the moment of death, how do you even know if it is the rarest of them all? In other words, the most ferocious of beasts is music to Lady Luck's heart. Death, agony, screams, and despair. This is what creates the highest of value. And to get that which is the most valuable, one must look at the gravest of places. Lady Luck and her crew came across this island while on their own sail and journeys. Their first encounter was the umbral beast known as Shroud, a dark bird with purple eyes, feathers, and a poisonous umbral goo. The crew assumed that this was just going to be another shroud hunt for the Crimson Blades, but this was no ordinary shroud. The bird has evolved and now possesses different variations, different elements of ether and rage. This one also spits fire. The roar in its voice scorched the landing zone, burned the Crimson Blades mercenaries, and this is a group that we briefly learned about 2 years ago. Now, with the way the story ended, one can assume that many lives were lost in this process, and the Crimson Blades abandoned this mission. However, Lady Luck is still and always will be a businesswoman. Some might even call her a gambler. She sees every member of her crew as expendable, for the right price of course. Unfortunately, her crew is not skilled enough or haven't received the best of training, so this is where the Ram's Guard comes in, or the Ram's Commander. We are gods compared to her old crew, and as Lady Luck would serve, one Ramsgate Slayer can solo a Shroud and a Rezakiri. She knows our desires and now promises the wealth and the goods to anyone who can hunt down this evolving beast. Weapons, armor, prestige, honor, titles, all these things are there to earn. For the right price, of course. You must complete the trials of Lady Luck. This is the luck of the draw. Other Dauntless lore entries will be available on my lore archive channel. I will begin to cover more Dauntless lore later on down the line. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.